Let's go, baby. We are back again with episode 2 of season 3 of From the Deep. We got the boys back in the house. Coach Lowe's out here roaming the streets, probably hitting the pads himself. Just teaching the kids how to use the right form, tuck the hips, lead with the head, lead with the head. The same shit that fucked us up, you know what I'm saying? CTE is alive and well in this chat today. I'm just letting everyone know that. Oh man, but we got everyone here. Eric Wheeler, man, how we feeling, baby? And I want everyone to do what I did not do last time. I've actually wrote it down this time. I want everyone to give their two favorite teams. I don't care what sport, just a couple favorite teams, maybe your favorite teams, just for all major sports. That way people get the feel of what you're rooting for, or maybe if you guys are just dumbasses.
Yeah, so Eric, I'd like Ohio State and Cleveland Browns. Pretty simple. I was born into it. There was no way out of it, and I just haven't changed course.
Let's go, dude. Swear, there's a lot of that in here. Actually, I'll follow up with TJ afterwards because it'll be very similar.
Well, everybody, TJ, I'm a Buckeyes fan and I'm a Browns fan. Another generation in the long lineage of disappointment and sadness for Cleveland Browns fans.
Oh, let's go. See, that runs deep, around here. The hatred and love for your own team, just like it's family on Thanksgiving. You don't like them, but you kind of need them. They don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's being a Browns fan there. They don't need you guys, but you guys need them. Speaking of that, Browns hater, appreciator, Michael Clark. How we living, buddy? And
Good.
maybe shout out your favorite teams.
I only have one favorite team, and that's the fucking Fighting Irish. Fuck the Browns, dude. I bleed. I'll cut myself right now, and blue and gold will fucking run down my arm. That's the only thing I give a fuck about.
Let's fucking go, dude. I fucking love that. I feel the same way. I do. I do. But I'm a weirdo when it comes to teams. It's your boy Jack here in the house, trying to help introduce myself more often. I'm usually just kind of like the voice from above, shouting shit out and then randomly saying names. But my favorite teams, of course, Fighting Irish. I bleed that shit out. 49ers, baby, all day, every day. Big hockey guy. Don't ask me. I kind of was accidentally raised up as a Rangers fan. Love them still. New York Rangers, go crazy. Oh, this guy's a bandwagon. I don't give a fuck, baby. I'm in the Midwest. I'm out here picking and choosing. And then, of course, shout the Cavs. Shout the Cubs. Shout out the Guardians. I got a long list, baby. I'm appreciating all these guys. I got favorite players too. You guys got any favorite players to think that kind of represents the dog of someone you like? Just someone off the top of your head.
Yeah, I
Cam
got
Newton,
one.
Cam Newton will always be my go-to. Cam Newton will always be my go-to.
Who is that?
Peyton Hillis was fundamental to my personality.
Payne Hillis. That's a good one. That one's a good one. That's a good one. Why is that? You got the chaw in, big boy out there running hard.
It was the
Arkansas.
first it was the first jersey my dad ever bought me and the only one he ever bought me. He saw a white running back fucking screaming after he scored, and my Midwestern dive bar dad was like, "This is our fucking guy."
Let's fucking go. Clarky, any Irish that fucking spots you out? Any Irish guy?
No, but I'd have to pick Thomas, Edward, Patrick Brady, fucking Junior the GOAT. That's my fucking all-time number one motherfucker.
Fuck yeah. I mean, Tom Brady. I fucking hate Tom Brady. Honestly,
I
like,
know you do.
and that's part of my personality though. I was thinking TJ's answer. Like, my personality is I hate Tom Brady. I saw a comment the other day that I loved. Maturing as a sports fan is realizing the hate was deserved, but you love him now. Like, he was just that great. Like, it's like an
Yeah.
appreciation. I hate Kobe. I love Kobe.
Nick Saban, same
Nick
thing.
Saban. And maybe if you guys are lucky, I'll hate Ryan Day for the same reasons. I just hate him overall. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
I'll never
Like,
respect him. I fucking
nah,
refuse it.
nah. You know what though? He's out here winning and bowling. I thought they did a great job against Texas. I want to rip that off the bat while we're here. I think that's a good segue session there. But just I don't get Ryan Day's props often, but man, when you get like those good coordinators around you, because that's kind of what a head coaching job is these days. Like, I've noticed that a lot. We'll talk about the Irish, but watching all these games, the head coach, they do so much, but doing a lot less on the field than they ever were. Like, you can feel that more now than I think you used to. I feel like in the old days, a guy always had a system with him, or like there's a lot more of those Lincoln Rileys that were out there where his fingers are and everything. But now you get some of these defensive coaches, it's usually those guys. When you see the offense out there, they're just staring shit down the same way we are. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not fucking giving too much input. But Ryan Day, man, stood out there and stood strong, even though it was a low scoring game. Eric called that. But to be up 14-0 against number one team in the country, right away week 1 with a first-year starter like everyone else was dealing with the first-year starter. I think that's why I like it so much, and I'm giving Ryan Day so much respect, is because the Irish kind of had a similar situation. Of course, we played away. The guy made the Texas team look fucking crazy, like soft. Like, and that's what's kind of crazy. He's 14-7 is not like a blowout, but Ryan Day, man, that's you see the stretch of games he's won? Like, and Eric knows I
Yeah.
don't like Ryan Day, but that's a fucking stretch, dude. They deserve
That's
Grambling State next
legendary.
week. Like, they deserve Grambling State. That's my rant on Ohio State. Sorry, it's just when you're talking about Ryan Day, I never give Ryan Day his props, so I have to make sure when I do, it's passionate. So if he ever hears it, he doesn't think about the bad things I say.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add to that while we're on Ohio State real quick because I don't think I mentioned it last week, but I was at the game this week. I mean, you guys know that, but I don't think we said it on the pod last week. And I do want to say, dude, that like 15 minutes of the script Ohio playing Lee Corso's last headgear pick into the banner reveal into kickoff of that game. It was like it's one of those moments where you're really looking like, how can you not be romantic about college football, man? Like seeing that all like I've never seen a game day experience like that. And I've been to like bowl games and stuff, but never something like that with the banner reveal. Like it was really cool to be there, man. I don't know if I'll see I don't know if I'll see something like that again, especially with Corso going. Like it was really, really cool, man.
That's a once in a lifetime game, brother. Like when you told me you're going, like that is one of those that you tell your damn grandkids about, dude. Swear. Any comment on that, TJ, with the game, the atmosphere? That's crazy, bro. The big,
Yep.
a lot of people show out even if it's at noon.
Look, I love the Buckeyes. With all my heart. I just don't have the mental fortitude to go to the games, man. That's 120,000 people, man. You want to see a big old cat get stretchered out having a panic attack? That'll be me, man.
All my nails are grinded down because I was sitting there just
Yeah, dog. See, I'm either gonna get blackout drunk and something bad's gonna happen because I need to drink to deal with the fucking anxiety, or I'm just gonna have a fucking meltdown and get stretchered out by the second quarter.
It's dangerous in there, bro. I don't know. You guys have been up top where like how steep it is. Like when you're drunk, bro, in a game, like you're like watching and you see how far you could fall.
That
Like that
third
stadium's
level's
kind of
bad.
wild.
That third level's bad. We are on the second level, luckily.
Yeah.
We weren't on the third level. So it was nice we have to because dude, it does get steep, and I don't fuck with heights.
Dude,
I do
I
not
was
fuck
just
with
saying
heights.
you
I don't
probably don't
fuck
like
with
the third
flying.
level.
Like we lived next to Cedar Point growing up. Fuck Cedar Point. I ain't like that shit. That's not for me, dog. I do not like that. I don't fuck that shit.
Bro, I'll tell you what, for those of you that have not been in Ohio State Stadium, bro, they ain't lying. That shit literally is one of those few stadiums that makes you go, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so, like, when you were a kid, the first time you get to walk into a stadium, you know that feeling? Where, like, basketball, NFL, don't matter. You're like, oh my God. I swear to God, you go to Ohio Stadium every time, it's like, this place is fucking massive. I want to go, Penn State would be another good one, like shit like that.
Mhm.
But, like, man, for you to go see that in that atmosphere, I thought about that like USC night game. Like I feel good like seeing that. I'll be hey, here's my take of the year. I'll be 2 years in a row where I get to be in Ohio State Stadium and Notre Dame Stadium in the same year. And last year they were national championship contenders, and I was in both stadiums. I always think that's pretty dope, and I want to go see more. Maybe we should do a segment down the road of some favorite stadiums, but that'd be fucking hard. TJ, any more thoughts on just man, Texas, Ohio State? While we're on the college for a little bit, this is gonna be a main NFL episode, so we're hauling ass through this bad boy to make sure we get to the NFL.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was just two really talented teams, really, really closely, hotly contested game. Uh, I was over the moon at how Matt Patricia called Ohio State's defense. You know, because what's going to happen is people are going to spin it just like they always do, and they're going to say, "Oh, well, Arch Manning is new. He really struggled. It's the first game of the season and all this." No matter what way you spin it, Ohio State held the number one team in the country to 0 points until the fourth quarter. Spin it however you want. That's the number one team in the country on the preseason polls. And we held them to 0 points until what, 5 minutes left or something like that. Uh, I just I see a lot of people saying like, "Oh, is Arch not, not what we thought he was and all this." I don't think it's that. I think if you go back and watch the game a second time and pay attention to the kind of looks Arch is getting, on defense from the Buckeyes, he was seeing ghosts, man. And you know, like I saw breakdowns where you know the Buckeyes put 7 guys on the line of scrimmage, you know, and the outside rusher has a deep middle zone like delayed with the end taking the flat, you know, just obscure, weird bluff blitzing, just wild shit. So I feel for the kid. I feel for Arch being like, that is your first game. You get a 3-time Super Bowl champion DC just wrecking your head. And even, you know, while he struggled, he still made some decent throws, you know. So I'm happy to say that I think, you know, I'd say let's wait on crashing Arch's party, you know, and
Absolutely.
calling
Absolutely.
him a bust, man, because that is a hellacious
Mm.
first game.
And it's way too early. It's way too, that's a game plan that he's probably gonna remember for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? Like that's just how some of those games go. Like when guys get to the pros and I always ask them like, what was your welcome to the NFL moment? I feel like that's kind of the same with college boys and like their first big game, their first big start. And it's just like Arch will look back at this in the year and be like, dude, they had me in a fucking blender that game. You know what I mean? Just the play call,
And that's actually across the board. I think Sayan's going to feel the same way. They only put up
Mhm.
14. You know, I think
Well, and
CJ
saying
Carr's going to
too,
feel like that. Like there's a lot of young bucks showing out, you know, on Saturday and Friday.
saying made some great throws, you know, but you can't expect. Listen, man, look across the sideline. That's the Texas fucking Longhorns, and you've never started a game before. Take a fucking look. They're not preseason #1 because they're just some fucking gang off the street. Those motherfuckers can play football. So all the people saying, "Oh, Julian saying is not a game manager and he can't run half the playbook. That's why they're limited." Bro, that's fucking Texas over there. Cut the kid some slack, get him some game time, and then we can talk in 8 weeks. Then we can start saying shit like that. But as far as starting against Texas, you know, what we get, we got the ball 3 or 4 times inside of our own 20. And they're like, why are you know, they're running the ball too much, or you know, there too many carries, you know, right into the backs of the offensive linemen. It's like, man, between field position, you know, and him being new, I'm not surprised they went pretty conservative and ran the ball a lot.
Hell yeah. I mean, and also like for the first time since what last year, you guys have more of an O line put together, and I think people kind of forget that they want a certain style of play. Like last year, you guys were slinging it around and had good running backs, but you still had to figure out what you're doing, slinging it around with you know Jeremiah Smith and so forth because your O line was down, so you had to get creative. There's nothing bad about sticking to like your fucking 15 plays against the best team in the country, you know. And I think a lot of people kind of thought the same way. Like we'll get into like Clemson. Kind of the funny thing there. It's like, are you guys looking to see who these guys are playing week one? Like Clemson and LSU is crazy. Miami Notre Dame's crazy. Like we're getting top 10 matchups here, and these kids are human. They're gonna be fresh. They're gonna make mistakes. How much did we hear about the lack of tackling drills? And like the fact that that's affecting these guys because they're getting out here. Could you imagine trying to like, all right, I'm at linebacker, I'm at Texas, we're in Ohio State, like, and I now have to get my body right to just make the play, go hit the kid, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of crazy. They give these kids too much. Like, this isn't the NFL. Like, we'll get to that with the NFL guys. I have high expectations for an NFL player week one. I always do. You're a fucking professional. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear nothing about missing anything. Like you get paid millions of dollars to go do this. They say, oh, the college kids do too, but like, no, they're paying because you're watching, motherfuckers. So just sit down and watch.
They're 19 years old.
Yeah,
I
You know
like
what?
don't
There's
give a fuck.
15. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how much they make. They're 19 years old, man. If you could have watched me, if you could have watched 19-year-old me, I I was doing wacky off the wall shit, man. You know, like, and I'm just some fucking guy. These kids are talented, lots
yeah.
of money, and they're in the public eye, man. They got to cut these boys some slack.
They have to, bro. They have to. All the art shit, it's just funny. I know, like they'll rise you up to tear you down, so it's not gonna be over.
Hmm.
Arch will play great, and then maybe something bad happens in our playoffs. Something will tear. Like it doesn't matter. Like Arch, you could have balled, baby. Like even saying both you guys could have went for a 42-42 game. People would have been bitched about the defenses sucking. So like, you
Yep.
know what I mean? Like it's just like it don't fucking matter. It's a lose lose. You guys got any more thoughts on that? You fucking crazy Buckeye fans. Before we get on
No,
to real
I'm
quick
all
with
good, man. I'm all
I'm
good.
good.
me and
Thank you.
Clarky. Notre Dame, Clark. I'll keep it nice and short. I'll let you dive in on whatever. You probably feel exactly the same way. Terrible play calling. As a Notre Dame fan, some guys on ESPN and shit or making us look pretty good after that. As a Notre Dame fan, there's a lot to be happy about. But if you're really a Notre Dame fan, that shit did not look good. I don't feel very confident with Texas A&M next week. I wish we were playing Navy, Air Force. Oh no, they just play nothing but academies. Oh yeah, we got A&M. Okay, that's dope. But I just the play calling is awful. J Love needs the ball, but CJ Carr's a dog. I'm very happy to see that. He was so nervous. Some of those plays were so fucking silly, bro. Like I forgot what it was like being a Notre Dame fan for a second. I think for a long time I was a Notre Dame fan. That was excited and proud of my team for the last 12 months, and then or whatever. Ever since the Northern Illinois lost, probably so mark it right there. Then I forgot I was a Notre Dame fan. I remembered it again when it's like, when it was 21-7, I wanted to turn it off. And I was like, I can't do that. Like, I gotta remember what this is like. This is what this is what it's all about in South Bend sometimes, baby. And Freeman, I expect better. You're starting to give me those feelings again like I had going into last year. We're like, why do we always have to lose, Freeman? I get it. You're going to be praised for getting the boys together, and they're going to be so good. And, oh, my God, look at it. The team stepped up again because they lost, and they grew from their experience, and we're going to make it dope. How about we just don't lose? Can we go through a whole year where we win every single game or try to? But who knows? So Miami's ballers, though. I'll say that. I'm starting to ramble. I don't want to ramble too much on it. Beck is a dog. And I kind of had the same feeling as a lot of other people were like, Beck, maybe doesn't love the game as much. Maybe he's avoiding the NFL. Maybe blah, 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 blah. He took the money. But I think he's just the first one to do what he did. That's going to happen all the time. You're going to see a lot of guys that are veterans. And honestly, I saw it all over social media. Like, having a veteran in college is a cheat code. I don't care where it's from. Will Howard, we were talking about him going into last year. That's Kansas State. That's not that crazy. Riley Leonard, that's Duke. That's not that crazy. But
Dylan Gabriel for Oregon last year. Gabriel for Oregon. I think he had more starts than anybody else in college football last year, and it showed in his game tape and his stats last year.
Yeah, so it's just all of them, and and gotta cut the kids slack for certain things, but coaches, man, I don't know. That's what's funny to me. If some of the Notre Dame fans are kind of defending the coaches in a way, oh, they'll get together. It's like, no, bro. If we're gonna talk about these kids in the same manner, these grown ass men need to be fucking held accountable. And when you're out here running screens to our second string tight end on on third and sixes with Jeremiah Love in the backfield, our quarterback who doesn't run at all. CJ Carr's athletic, but he's not a runner. He's not Riley Leonard. He had more carries than Jeremiah Love, the preseason All-American and All-American last year. What are we talking about? Price. You notice, okay, I don't know if you guys saw the beginning, but Price, probably saw it in the highlights. Finally, they give him the ball. Boom, breaks it for 20. We get right there for a first and goal. There's not rocket science to this. And if you're playing in that type of environment, I get trying to break the kid in. But if you're trying to break the kid in on the second drive, you're not breaking nobody in. Give it to your best players. There's a lot of money on the line here. There's a lot of people on the line here. There's a lot of fucking shit on the line. You're playing against a top 10 team. I really do believe I believe that Notre Dame thought that Miami was going to be like Miami. I think they thought, all right, the team that was there last year, we could beat those guys. No, you showed up, and transfers are transfers for a reason. Dudes come from all over for a reason, and they're all over the place. Look at TCU last night with the kid from UTEP. What we talk about, and the kid balled out and had a fucking legendary day. Sorry, I'm getting in my soapbox. Notre Dame will be fine. We're going to go 11-1. And gosh, man, I hate Notre Dame. I do. They do this every year. We got something. But at least we got out of the way. Because last year I was on the top of the world after A&M, and then I had my heart ripped out with Northern Illinois. So, and Boise State's not anything crazy. So, fuck it. And shout out to Beck, man. I hope they make a run. I mean, you guys know, if you lose against a team, you want them to be good, right? I want Miami to fucking ball the fuck out and give Clemson a run for the money. But, Clarky, how'd you feel about the game real quick, big guy?
You covered a lot of it, and one thing I will say, I was really impressed with fucking Miami. They're a legit good football team. I thought we would have went in there and handled it pretty well. I said I was a little nervous with Beck starting because he's got a lot of experience, like we said. And I'll give it to Miami's defensive coordinator, man. That motherfucker called a great game, stacked the box, really did well against the run, and we didn't really run. I feel like one thing I noticed that they really dominated on was time of possession. And I think it really wore our fucking defense down. I feel like Miami was on the field the whole fucking game. And they did a great game plan. They came in and executed. That Malachi Tony, that true freshman they had, the receiver, was very impressive. I was telling my dad, like, you're gonna see that kid at like at Ohio State or something come like his senior year. He'll transfer to a big time school. Like he's gonna be really fucking good. We couldn't stop him. He was just getting open. And like one thing I'd really like to see, I know Notre Dame lives or dies by man coverage, and I don't know right now if that's really what they should be. It looked like we were getting beat. Teams were scheming it up, ran a lot of crossing routes.
Their
Guys were
zones
getting
were so
open.
sloppy in the beginning. They tried to do
They,
zone
Mhm.
beginning. It's like, bro, you can tell these guys haven't done this.
yeah, so I
Sorry, I
really
didn't mean-
think
yeah.
they need to. No, that's a great point. It's true. That's one of the things I was bring up. They need to focus on being more well-rounded defense instead of. And I get having identity and playing that, but like I said, good teams are going to expose shit like that. Like Miami did a great job. The two biggest disappointments for me were the offensive defensive line. I feel like every time they ran the ball, Miami moved the line of scrimmage 5 yards up the field every run play they had. The guy was easily getting 3 or 4 yards to gash. Offensive line looked extremely porous. That last drive was fucking just horrible. CJ Carr had no time to make a play. I knew as soon as he let go of the ball, they were called intentional grounding on it. I fucking knew. And that's like the worst case scenario because you lose it down. It was not good. Really, I think we got to get more of our guys involved in the game. I feel like really Jordan Faison is a great football player, but the fucking screens, like just targeting him over and over. What about Jaden Grayhouse? He had fucking nothing, like all game. I heard he
Mhm.
didn't have a single catch. I think they threw him one ball. Like, dude, get our guys involved in the fucking game. And like, you know what? If Jeremiah Love ain't running good, put Price in and let him run the fucking ball. Like, I don't understand why on first down we ain't running the ball every fucking time. There's no reason to fucking get cute. He
Made it
actually,
so
you know what it
predictable.
reminded me of? It reminded me of the Browns trying to get fucking fancy and they don't need to. Use
Mhm.
your fucking guys. Run some inside outside zones. Get the ball up the fucking field. Like you said, I get it with the quarterback. You want to get him comfortable, but at a like the top 10 team, you got a lot of time to do that. And like
Mhm.
he played very fucking good. I think he's gonna be a damn good quarterback. He ran the ball well. That fucking first touchdown pass he threw was gorgeous.
Mhm.
Evaded 2 sacks, no look the fucking ball. Like and also have some trust in him. Open the playbook. Let him fucking throw it downfield more now. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping against Texas A&M with them being a lesser team than Miami that will be exposed more and we'll have some better play calling. And I try not to put a lot of stock into week one for any team. Like I said, like any of
Mhm.
these top 10 teams right now can win national championship. Just how it is. I don't think like Ohio State looks very good, but like it's so early in the year. People tend to get like we talk about the week one overreactions. People tend to freak the fuck out over. Like just keep a fucking cooler head and focus on the rest of the season at this point.
Yeah.
100%. I'm glad it was top 10. Like I've been a fan before where we're, riding around with, some change this up. Like we lost against University of South Florida. Like
Yeah.
that different. Like I've been like Brian Kelly did that shit. And speaking of Brian Kelly, man, hey Brian Kelly, bro, you getting crazy, dude. You starting to talk that shit like you got that Louisiana in you again. I can't stand that, bro. Did you guys see him talking all that fucking shit? Oh yeah, I believe there was the second half. We kicked their butts like that. Dude, shut up. Shut up. I comment on I follow a lot of LSU fan pages on purpose
Mhm.
sometimes, man. So I'm like, hey man, he's gonna do it to you. Just wait, he's gonna do it to you. It's gonna happen. It better happen now so your team's good. Because Brian Kelly's gonna fail later. I promise you he's gonna fail. I'm not
Well,
even Yeah, go.
and I feel like the reaction to that game, that LSU and Clemson game, like I don't. So everyone talked about the Texas and Ohio State game being a good game and close. I feel like everyone went out is acting like LSU walked out there and beat Clemson 21-0 or like
Yeah.
28-0. Like it was a close game. Like I don't know. But yeah, that's all I had to really add to that game was just I feel like the reaction to LSU and Clemson was so much stronger than it was Ohio State and Texas. When I think both scenarios are the same, I think all four are really good fucking teams. And like
Well, it's funny you say that because going off of Clark with that, it's like, isn't it funny how the storylines just kind of make themselves up, even though we're
mhm.
all kind of watching the same games? Like, I felt like the atmosphere for Texas Ohio State was the way it's supposed to be electric. Miami Notre Dame electric, LSU Clemson electric. But the different storylines that came out of each game when they were both just tight games is kind of just funny to me. Like, oh, this team played so well at this time. This team struggled at this time. It's like Yeah, even if Arch did struggle, I mean, shout out to the kid for getting a fucking TD pass, at the end of the game and trying to make it close. Like it wasn't that crazy. And then LSU, same thing. I think LSU's the best team in the country. I've heard that said 100 times in the past week. And I just think it's crazy we're going to crown them over the defending champs already. I'm not even going to crown them over Texas. I'm not going to crown them over
Mhm.
Georgia. Not yet. Like I'm not going to do that. I want monkeys. I have to see that first, bro. Like I'm a visual learner at best. You know what I'm saying? I don't learn a damn thing. Oh man. Speaking of not learning a damn thing, you guys got anything else about college before we push to the real shit? I'm gonna push
I got
hard
one
too.
more
Yeah.
storyline to watch for the rest of the season for all of us. TJ, I am shocked me or you did not know this. Garrett Nussmeier's dad is a New Orleans Saints OC. I did not know that. He
Uh-huh.
he
That's
he
wild.
was the Eagles head coach and now he's the Saints OC. So I just think that's going to be a fun storyline to watch this year. I'm pretty sure Nuss is after week one, he's the Heisman favorite now because just winning one look good and won the game. But no, I just had to throw it out there because I learned that the other day and I had no idea that was a thing. And it's just going to be interesting watching the full season because we all expect the Saints to kind of hang around that low level for a pick. They'll be low for a pick and probably looking for a quarterback. But
Oh, play for his
yeah, that's
dad.
all I
Yeah.
had to add. I can't believe I didn't know that before, honestly.
Yeah, I
That'd
got
be
I got
fucking nuts.
two things on college football. One, I really thought Nussmeier played like a pretty perfect game. Like for what he needs to do for LSU to be successful. He made every throw that he needed to make, was good in the short passing in the mid-range game, and just I hate to use the cliche like field general game manager type, but he really did. He managed the game really well. And I think ultimately that's what LSU needs from him. They don't need a world beater at quarterback. They need a guy to run the offense and just spread the rock around. And then second, I wanted to bring up Bryce Underwood. Michigan played New Mexico, right?
Hmm. Yep.
And everybody's seen like the high school tape on Bryce Underwood. And being a Buckeyes fan, like I was hip as soon as possible to his high school stuff. I cannot believe how hard that motherfucker throws the ball, man. And I watching that game in pieces and parts, because it's a blowout, But I'm watching with one eye. I got the other eye on Twitter, and I thought to myself, "Damn, they might have did it. Michigan might have got like, finally like a real like playmaker, because they've always had like, I think what did they beat Ohio State with? Davis Warren had like 63 yards passing last year,
Hmm.
so they've been like this really grindy team in the last couple of years. So to really have like a gunslinger that's super capable, I mean, the guy can make any throw on the field. I think that yeah, it's pretty much the only big game next week is Oklahoma, Michigan.
Mhm.
I'm really interested to see how he plays and what Wink Martindale of Michigan like kind of does with him because he got his feet wet, against New Mexico, but it's going to be a world of difference when they play Oklahoma.
Hmm.
It'll be finally fair, like it was for Sand, like it was for Manning, like it was for Carr. Well, even for Beck he's a vet, but he's on his first team with his new players, you know. Like yeah, and I think Michigan. Good luck if he's that good, because if he's really, really, really that good, and he's already money hungry to switch up like what he was doing, and they had to pretty much raise the money to get him there in the first place. He didn't want to go there right away, and he lives in Michigan, so that's a red flag in my opinion. If he balls the fuck out, get ready for a bidding war for that motherfucker. He'll be like a free agent after a year or two. Like
Was
he'll
he
be.
originally committed? He was originally committed to LSU, correct?
Yeah. And
Yes.
one
Okay.
of
I just forgot what school it was, honestly. As I had to ask real quick. Thank you.
there was a big controversy before he committed to Michigan because he posted one of his boys, like one of his receivers, like friends, committed to LSU, and he posted like, how they do like the emojis, like the fingers crossed, 100 heart sign shit. So he reposted his boy's post committing to LSU, and everybody went, "Oh shit!" Like Underwood's hard commit to the Tigers, but ended up like I believe the next day committing to Michigan, and that's when the $18 million deal came out.
Oh yeah, Dave Portnoy and the boys fucking went and worked hard and got himself fucking
Oh
underwear.
yeah, no, don't worry. It's the same people saying Ohio State bought their fucking championship last year, paying a fucking 18-year-old kid $20 million to play quarterback. It's all right. I'll keep that in mind in November. You fucking assholes, eat shit. Go Bucks. OH.
Oh God, dude. I would say OH. Oh no. That's all I always say. Fuck them. But that's awesome. All right, let's switch over, boys. I want to go. I can hear like the Fox. Which guys is like favorite NFL music? Yeah, like Monday
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Night Football, Fox, CBS. Like they all got that different rings. Dude, I like when I like hearing bells a little bit. I like the classics, dude.
I miss the robot. Do they still? When's the robot coming back? He'd come and spike the
That's
ball.
Fox, right? That's on
Yeah,
Fox.
Fox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was always out, dude. I always thought they would pop out like a movie about him or something. Nah, nothing. Like,
No
My-
It was
movie.
real. It was real steel with Hugh Jackman. What are you talking about? They already made the movie.
Hey, bring back fucking
That's what that
Hank,
robot
Hank
looked
Jr.
like.
on the Monday night song, man. Did my guy fucking wrong.
My grandfather, God rest his
Oh
soul, man.
no.
That Fox robot would come on Sunday afternoon Browns games. My grandpa would be like, "Ah, what the fuck?" As though he couldn't process like, "Ah, what the hell is this shit?" Like, he couldn't process what he was looking. They got a robot on the football game. What the fuck?
Oh.
like they built this shit.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It's a
What
real
the
robot
fuck?
running around.
Hey man,
Off.
even in the NASCAR world, it was crazy when the Gopher came out. People started losing their minds, and then they didn't want to get rid of it. There was a little Gopher they used to have come out the track, and they have a camera or something to show the car. It was dumb. And once they got rid of it, all the fucker, you got rid of the Gopher, man. I ain't watching this goddamn program. You ain't got the Gopher on there, brother. Like that shit makes me laugh. People like that.
How am I supposed to see the undercarriage?
Oh God, what a fucking time! But here we are, first game of the week. I'm just gonna go through some things that were on my brain. I let you guys roll with yours. I know that there is a plethora of information to come from all of us for this preseason little thing for the NFL for this weekend. But I'm gonna kind of name just kind of the facts that are happening first, And Thursday night is Cowboys Eagles, which I think is kind of electric. And I love seeing the NFL machine work itself TV wise. Because I love seeing how they plan certain things and how they all come to be, like certain matchups. Like I think after all this preseason, after all this Cowboys talk, I really like Cowboys Eagles being very interesting and just fun. Like I don't know, I hate the NFC East. I used to get so mad in college when I'm like studying and I'm like, I got an NFC East game to watch tonight while I'm studying. This shit's ass. I ain't trying to watch the Giants like ever in my life. I'm not picking a Giants game for nothing. But I'm excited for that. And some of the things I marked off just for me is just Bengals Browns. I'm excited to see the Bengals kind of see what happens after putting all their money together, and like this is who they have now, and if this is like if what happens with that. Um, I think the Browns like it's funny. Some people you guys will talk about this, but my thing is I don't think the Browns are like they're awesome because we know the team. Like I know a lot about the team, I guess. And they do have Shadur, and they were a storyline for a while, but I think the storylines are kind of done right now. I think Joe Flacco's going to be playing for a while, for the first handful of weeks before he gets hurt or something. And I think you guys are just going to just battle to try to win some games. And I think it'll be kind of crickets for the first couple of weeks out of the Browns camp. And I think that'd be a good thing. I think it needs to quiet the fuck down over there. If you guys are literally just trying to make sure you go 500, and I'm not being disrespectful. It's just like it's the NFL. You just want to at least go 500 or compete for your division. And divisional games, week one, I love that shit. Um, and then what other ones we got going on here? Do we got Steelers Jets? Is that the other one? Is that thing? Did I write that
Yeah,
down?
Steelers are at the Jets.
Steelers
Looking for
at
another
Jets.
fun one. San Francisco, Seattle, week one's a fun one.
Yep,
Detroit
another
and
one.
Green Bay after the Micah thing. Ooh, that's a fun one. And then we got Baltimore and Buffalo Sunday night.
Yep, that would be a really good one. Chief Chargers. That's Friday. The
Yeah, that's
Friday night
Friday.
game.
And then Monday night, sorry. Minnesota, Chicago will be another one I want to watch tightly on Monday with two young quarterbacks coming out there. That'd be a fun one.
I think the Bears could be electric, dog. I know we'll jump into all of this, but like I just like going through the list of games. Preseason odds I thought were kind of interesting. Of course, some of them are predictable. I think it's kind of crazy just to assume. I love when they assume certain things. Like I know Bills and Baltimore being plus 650 makes a lot of sense. I just love. I used to like when I was a kid. I used to like pulling up odds from way past years in the old days because I liked looking at like the seasons that did not turn out the way they thought. Like, oh, this team had great odds to win the Super Bowl, and then they win 6 games that year. But I always think that stuff's interesting. I'm not saying they will. Detroit's 1,000, San Francisco 3,000. I think that's being kind. I got some San Francisco stats for later. I do. Just because. Actually, I'll just spit it out right now. It won't take long. I think we'll be fine this year because I want people to remember this. In 2018, we went 4-12 with Shanahan, right? 4-12. The next year, 13-3 Super Bowl appearance. So I trust these boys with my life. So when anybody ever asks me, like, oh, you're getting down on the Niners, I'm trying not to because the season's starting. And I've seen us literally quadruple our fucking wins, you know. But last year, fun fact, it was the most yards we gave up in a season all the way since those shitty ass years with the 4-12 team. You know. So, or no, the 2-14 team in 16. People forget that happened to us. Everyone's, oh, the Niners were great for a decade. I'm like, I mean, we were. Like, I mean, Pat Willis was dope in 2012. And the shit was kind of hard, but, you know, we had some terrible fucking situations, some terrible quarterbacks. And some of the stats I thought was funny that year. Just one is, this is awesome. 2015, the Niners went 5-11. Their leading passer was Blaine Gabbert for 2,000 yards, just 2,000. And leading receiver was Carlos Hyde at 470. We were struggling. I just thought those names were funny to me. And while I was doing this, I want to do one more fun fact before we run around with the NFL stuff for the year. I thought it was interesting. Who do you guys think was like the top 3 top guys to have the most 300-yard passing games in a career? Because I thought this got pretty interesting when you go like the top 5 is pretty interesting, but I
would
think
guess Drew Brees is in there.
Yep.
Is Peyton.
Yep.
Is Rodgers isn't, right?
Rodgers? Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Brady.
No Rodgers.
He's one of the only active ones other than Matt Stafford that could get into the top 5 this year.
Okay. How many more do you have? Do you have a written down how many more he needs?
Yep, I do.
I'm just curious.
Yep, I have it all. So I'll just Aaron Rodgers is sitting at 70 to get in the top 5. He needs to pass Rivers at 73 or Matt Ryan at 4 at 76.
Wow, Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
This guy you forget about, man.
Yeah. Matt Stafford has 64.
Okay.
So if he has like a lot of them this year, of course, he needs to do over 10 or 10 to get up in that conversation. Peyton Manning had 93 in his career, sitting at 3. The numbers jump crazy. Peyton Manning's at 93. Tom Brady's at 113. And then Drew Brees at 123 out of 287 games, or 67 games, like 87 games. 123 games where he had 300 passing yards. I just thought it was wild. I just thought it hit me because Rivers is sitting at 5, Matt Ryan at 4. Didn't anticipate that. Not even close. And Rivers kind of threw like Nemo Finn too. So I thought that was interesting. Oh, man. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers could do it if he does it. But, all right, boys. I'll run the table. You know, what are you guys looking forward to most? You know, anything, if you guys want to start with Browns first. I'm all ears right now. All ears. Maybe a couple of words in between, but all ears.
Yeah, so I'll follow up your 49ers thing too, Jack, which you told me how many games you think they won and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they do have like the easiest strength of schedule or the easiest schedule. I know that in the NFL that's overplayed a lot, but like with a team like the Niners, I feel like it should. Because like you look at a team like the Eagles, I'm pretty sure the Eagles they have 12 teams that made the playoffs on their schedule this year. The Eagles do. I think it's 11 or 12. I think they lead the NFL with that. So I just thought that was worth mentioning. Browns wise.
Your guys is rough, isn't it? Your schedule.
Let me read off our first 6 actually.
Sorry, it was just while you were on that.
No. I had to pull it up and I closed it on accident. Our first 6. So Bengals at home this week. We're at Ravens next week. Then we have the Packers at home. Then we're at the Lions and we're at the Vikings. Those are our first 5 games. And then the weeks after that's at Pittsburgh. So it's not like that's an easy one either. But
yeah,
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think Flacco's your starter until he gets out. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt because I don't want to see players get hurt, honestly. But until you're out of contention, if you know that early on, like they start out 1-4, I just see no reason to play Flacco after that. You know what I mean? Like that's enough time that you can start to throw these rookies' feet to the fire and just figure out what the fuck you're doing. But I think that's how it starts out is with Flacco. I'm really excited this week for Browns and Bengals. I'm most excited to see our D line because I thought they were super, even though most of the starters didn't play in the preseason. I'm super interested to see that line as a complete cohesive unit now. It sounds like Mike Hall is going to be back, who I thought had a lot of good film last year when he did play after that injury. Um, I don't know. The Judkins thing is hopefully going to get done this week, but I doubt he plays even if he got signed this week. Hopefully he's back next week. But yeah, I'm excited to watch. I'm really excited to watch the D line versus their offensive line because I feel like we could wreak havoc on them. And although I will say, like, I think the draft's way more important than winning a lot of games this year for the Browns. I still want to beat those fuckers in division every chance I get. So these are the games that matter to me. So hopefully they take care of business at home this week of all places. That'd be a good start.
You guys always have their number. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's such an in-state rivalry that's underrated. So underrated. Baltimore next too. God. So I'm looking at your thing. Pittsburgh, Miami, New England. You know what? Fuck it, bro. Shadur could go on a run, baby, with some of these boys. We're gonna be hearing
That's
about it.
QB3, baby.
Oh my god. I don't think they'll ever bench Flacco because of the fans. I think old Jimmy's worried about selling fucking tickets. He won't fucking do it. I really don't. Unless if they do say he'll fucking get hurt. And here's one thing I still think might happen this season. Mark my fucking words, Deshaun Watson's gonna be on that fucking sidelines trying to get into a fucking game. I'm telling you right now, by week 9 or 10, he'll be like, Coach, I'm fucking feeling good. Fucking put me in there.
My poopy
You're like,
spin.
okay, Deshaun. Sure.
He got that Toradol shot in the back of his leg, man.
Yeah.
He'll be feeling like he's
He-
vibrating out
He
there.
had the Japanese fucking masseuse place right beforehand. He'll
Bro,
be
watch
fucking
the
out
Browns
there.
be 1-9 and Watson comes back and they play him and he looks good and they don't draft a fucking quarterback in April.
Nah, dog, I'll fucking quit being a fan. I swear to
Talk
God.
about nightmare fuel.
Nah,
I could see them throwing his ass out there. I do think it'd be later this season. I do think it'd be like week 14, week 15, when shit's just so bad. They're like, hey, just put him out there. Like, we don't want to hurt any. We don't want to get anybody else hurt on this team. Let his ass just get fucking wrecked.
I was gonna say, just pull a Matt Flynn. Let him have a great game last week of the season against Pittsburgh. Balls the fuck out. Shuts Pittsburgh out. They can't go to the playoffs. Browns were already out of playoff contention, weeks before that. But like now everyone's getting crazy, and then trade his ass because you're gonna have some dumbass team out there. It's like, you know what? The money could be worth it. We're gonna have a cap space thing. Next thing you know, Watson's out of the house. Let him play. You know what? I'm with Eric. Let him fucking like be on punt or something. Like punish his ass. Like human shame. Like public shame. Like, you know what? You got the bag, dude, but you're kind of a fucking bad dude. So like we're gonna fucking send you out there and we're not gonna fine you or anything like that. We're gonna let you make the money that you got, even though you're a piece of work. And we're gonna put you on kickoff, kick return, and punt return. And you're gonna still wear number 4. Good luck, brother. It's gonna be awesome.
I would pay to see him return a punt and just get fucking annihilated.
I hope he returns it on you. You decide to go a game that day, and he fucking hits you with one of them, like fucking Cam Newton did,
I'll run down them fucking stands. I'll run out there and hit him. I'll fucking line up.
No,
he thinks his fucking Achilles was bad, bro. I'll break his shit.
I love you to death,
right
brother. The last thing you need in your brain is to know Watson flatlined you on
If
my
I
TV.
fucking died doing that, I would die a happy death, dude. I wouldn't even give 2 fucks. Put me in the home afterwards.
Oh my god! You know what, folks? For you listening out there, some of you be like, "Oh my god, it's so harsh." I'm like, he is Cleveland. Like that's the Cleveland mindset there. That's what's crazy. We gave that boy his money. TJ, man, brown shit going off of Eric. How you feeling, dude? You feel good?
Yeah,
with the
man.
team?
So I pretty much I've been through the cycle of emotions already with pre-draft through the summer, all the way through preseason. I felt sad. I felt angry. There's a couple things to look forward to, a couple things I'm happy about. I'm just ready to see them play, man. Ultimately, I think it boils down to something I can't get over is just for 20 years we've been looking at, hopefully we can manage to break even. Hopefully we can stay 500. And it's just like, man, like at what point as a fan and as a member of the community am I allowed to ask for more? And am I allowed to ask for better? So I do have excitement because there's football in the air, man. It's cooling down outside. It's my favorite time of year. But in that same breath, it's kind of a somber thing where I'm like, man, these guys, every single year, it's exactly the same. It's the same dysfunctional. It's American Horror Story, the Cleveland Browns season, like every year there's a hack job from the front office, or an injury crisis or a strange draft, and I'm split. I'm split right down the middle. I want to see the team play. I love them to death, but damn, do they piss me off, and do they make me sad?
So what do you think, to go back and forth on this, what do you guys think this season with the tough schedule, with the roster, what are the key things that need to happen to stay competitive enough that you play you know how the NFL works. Sometimes all you gotta do is play your own game and the
Mhm.
pieces fall around you because other injuries, other teams are losing. What do you guys need to do? Like, what is the key this year with this roster to really win? Not just the basics either,
No,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
TJ, I'll go first, then you can kind of hop piggyback, and
Yeah.
see if you agree with me or not. I would think that I feel like all Browns are thinking this. Browns fans are thinking this. So this is not original thought, and I think the Browns know this in house. For them to be like, say what they think their ceiling this year is a wild card spot or making the playoffs. If that happens, that's because our defense is playing at elite top five level, and our offense is getting by. Because like I don't see there's any world where our offense is like a top 10 offense in the NFL this year. But if there's a world where our defense isn't a top 10 defense, at least I think that'd be very disappointing for the team and as a whole. So if the Browns are gonna like, win more games than people think, it's gonna be off a strong defense, a good run game, which has been a big emphasis this offseason. I feel like is trying to get back to their roots with the zone schemes, things and stuff. And I don't know. Like the Flacco fear when he's here last time is gonna have everyone wanting, thinking that that's what you're gonna see again. I'm just not tempering my expectations for a hot run like that from Flacco again. But I think it'd be good offense, and I think it'd be good. Our decent offense, way better defense, and running the
Mhm.
ball. Like I think that's
Yeah.
how the Browns win games. I think that's the script this year for them.
I mean, I mean, right before you, TJ, you can steal some wins, dude. I'm looking at the roster. Like, you got like a stretch where like you can steal wins. So that's the name of the game.
So for me, as far as the Browns go for like keys for the season, they have to get players contributing that aren't big money guys. Like we know Miles is going to be good every single year. We know Denzel is a top corner in the league, but we're going to need all hands on deck. We don't have the kind of roster where three or four of our players can go out and win a game. And I feel like for some teams in the NFL, the guys that they pay good money are the good players, and the guys they don't pay are the bad players. And I don't feel like that's how you build a successful roster, and I don't think that's a sustainable way to run, a franchise. So when you see like the guys at the bottom of the depth chart, even on the offensive line, the second and third guys on the depth chart, God forbid DeWand goes down, Conklin goes down. We need good tackle play, and we're gonna need rotational pieces on the defensive line. Secondary is going to be a rotational thing because Emerson got hurt. So we're really going to have to find some no-name guys making like small amounts of money that are really going to need to step up and contribute. And I think they're going to have to find that. And it made me happy seeing, is it Larverdane? I
South
can't.
Carolina, yeah, South
Yeah,
Carolina.
I can't pronounce it. Larverdane.
Gate, I think you got it right. I think it's the first time. I think it's Larverdin. Yeah, I think it's
Well, I was really happy that he looked poised to help out in the preseason. He caught some passes, and seemed to be the kind of player that, hey, throw this guy fourth on the depth chart, man, and get him some reps. So I was happy they kept him around. But we need more players like that, and it's time, I think, for the Pierre Strong and Ford experiment to kind of end. So I'm really hoping the Judkins deal gets done and that all that shit gets sorted out.
Yeah, Judkins. Did you say that I saw like some dumbass post? He's going back to college. I was like, that'd be crazy.
Yeah,
people don't
sure.
understand how that works when they tweet that shit. Like
No, technically you did.
you went
Like,
through the
no.
draft prep. They said the same thing about Shamir Stewart too, when he was going through his stuff with the contract. Like,
Yeah,
oh, he's training at A&M, and the A&M coach came out and said, no, he's not. Like he's not practicing with our team.
yeah. He would. Where did he go to school? Texas A&M again? Was that Texas A&M?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Browns, baby.
Well, it gives me hope when I see takes like that, because I saw that too. Like Judkins is going to go back to college. He's going to sit out a year and go back to college. Because like as a new face on a football podcast, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm any good. I don't know if we know what we're talking about. And then I see shit like that, and I'm like, oh no, we're cool. Don't
Oh,
sweat it.
dude, I'm
There's
like, bro,
motherfuckers saying shit like that. We're good, bro.
man. See, that's the thing, y'all. We know what we're saying somewhat, but we don't know what we're saying somewhat. We try to find the middle ground to be funny, and then we're not even funny because we're too focused on trying to figure out what to say. So, it's a work in progress. At least I ain't out here being like, like I see those all the time. Tom Brady, is he hinted to coming back? No, motherfucker, he's fine. Like he's
You just
fucking
saying shit.
yeah, like could he do it? Could LeBron switch to football at tight end? Like that sounds like yeah, I'm like, bro, yeah, maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 18 years ago, not now, dude. That show always
But
makes people
if
laugh.
if you look at it from the standpoint in that pretty much anything is statistically possible, they have a point. It's like
Especially
even
lately, man.
even to 10 decimal points. Yeah, I guess it is possible. It could happen.
Shit, that's what the NFL needs right now. We need like a Kurt Warner story or Brett Favre. Like we need someone to fucking come back and fucking ball out for everybody. Fuck,
In
the Niners
Aldi's
need that.
cashier winning the
Oh,
Super
dude.
Bowl.
That's why I need Pat Willis retired early. Pat, you still big dog. Get up in here. I don't care if you're old. Fucking sign up and lace up, bro. We need you. Oh god, dude. So I'm looking at the rest of the trying to find more of the odds for like the players. Um do you guys have any is anybody gonna stand out this year that maybe hasn't as much before? Or someone that, their breakout year in a certain standpoint? I've been hearing a lot of rumblings like if Atlanta can get their passing game on, like I really like London kind of standing out a lot more than he did because he finished strong last year. Just someone like that. Like maybe it's not your top shelf guy, but you hear from him here or there, and now he's ready to bust out. Even like young guys, I think some rookies are gonna have some great years in some of these teams, just because they're set up nicely.
Really excited for this rookie tight end class. I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about that. I think Warren's going to be so much fun to watch. I know that's counting on Daniel Jones to be a decent quarterback, but I'm excited to watch Warren. I'm excited to watch Loveland. Have you seen them talk about him in training camp? They are just in love with that dude,
Mm-hmm.
the Colson Loveland, the tight end from Michigan. So I think that's just that's a random like rookie position. You don't usually watch that tightly because usually it takes a long time for tight ends to come around in the NFL. But I'm really excited to watch those two, like young
He's at
rookie
the Bears,
wise.
ain't he? He's at the
Yeah.
Bears. Yeah, the
Yep.
Bears. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's actually I think it's crazy that he's even there because like I don't understand what they're doing. Like with Komet still there, and then multiple tight ends, and then like they spread it out. They have the OC from the Lions last year, right? So like
Hmm.
that's yeah. I think some coaches are gonna fucking have some interesting years. I think you're gonna see a lot more turnover after this year. I think a lot of guys can get thrown around because I just the job market was kind of safe last year in comparison to other years, and I think some teams will just be fed up, and some teams might just bail. But you just don't. Who would they ever hire though? Like I love when like we bring up that subject. Oh, fire the coach. Man, all right, who you got? Who's available? Who's not happy of already where they're at, where they're going to leave, and who's going to come to you? Like if I was one of these top echelon college coaches and you actually enjoy the job, I would not go fuck the NFL right now. We about to get bread. It's like straight up.
It's like kind of like with this is going back to college football, but like the DeBoer thing right now. I know
Mm-hmm.
Bama's want to fire him, but it's just like who do you hire if you did? You know what I mean? Like don't get me wrong, they could get a coach. It's just I don't know. That'd be a different podcast. That'd be a fun conversation if they do fall on their face again this season. It would be a
Mm-hmm.
really fun opportunity to talk about like who's going to be at Bama next. That'd be a
That's
lot of
actually fun.
fun.
Even right now, like with all the talk, I'm like, who really would even want to take that after that
I
situation?
saw John Gruden's name thrown in the conversation, and I was
Yeah.
Allegedly,
just like,
but he would.
how crazy would that be, man?
I saw that same shit.
It'd be crazy, but like, man, Gruden, it'd be like half really productive and awesome, and half shit show. You know what I'm
Yeah, it'd be like
saying?
half of it'd be like Aura alone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like
Yeah,
we
Not
just
for
saw Bill
yeah.
Belt. We just saw what happened to Big Bill.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that, I guess. Like we should have dove more into that because I forgot we talked about that a little bit more beforehand. Big Bill got his ass whooped, bro. Big Bill need to come back to the NFL and deal with some grown men. Cause even like what I'm saying, like you need to come back, keep your girlfriend away from the locker room and go hang out with some grown men and let's have a blast, dude. That game was awful. I felt so bad, dude. I actually like couldn't believe it. I kept thinking I was like in a parallel universe somewhere. Cause I'm like, man, I looked up to Bill Belichick. Like I hated Tom Brady, but like you respect the Patriots. Bill Belichick was like the mastermind, like the Emperor from Star Wars, you know. And then to see him just sitting there in his fucking not even made cut hoodie so they could sell it, which I'd like buy one of them bitches. It was nice. I'd buy one of them, you know. But like I don't know. It was like going into a parallel universe and like seeing the worst case scenario for like an idol of yours. Like swear to God, it was awful.
It's
Like,
like
I know,
seeing your dad get beat up. You're like,
dude. I was like,
oh
dude,
shit. Oh no, Papa, please, no.
you know, there's certain times I can't get on social media because I know I'm gonna show my age. You know, and like these kids were like, man, who the hell is this? But I'm like, it's like I always say, you don't know how good Tim Duncan was, like that guy. Like I'm be screaming, bro, losing my goddamn mind, bro. TJ, you got some breakout homies though? You got anybody I should put some bets on, dude, for MVP?
Yeah. MVP? No, I'm staying the hell away from that. That and Rookie of the Year. I uh I got $100 on Travion Henderson to win Rookie of the Year, and I think
Ooh, oh yeah.
that's the only bet all year. As far as futures go for awards, and I'm buying beers for the whole pod if that cashes. I got to ride with my boy Travion, man. But no, honestly, I liked what Eric said about Warren, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pile on Anthony Richardson, but I think the outlook for the Colts receiving core uh, is bright, brighter. I'm not gonna say bright, but brighter with DJ playing QB as opposed to Anthony Richardson. I think if you're Tyler Warren, you had your fingers crossed behind your back all camp, and you're like, please God, give me DJ instead of AR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he had well, I mean, it didn't work out with what's his nuts. Isn't what's his name? He played for the Raiders. He was dating Kelsey Plum.
Darren Waller.
Darren
He's
Waller, yep.
he's
Yeah.
planning a comeback here soon. I
Yeah,
saw
he's
that.
on the team. It's on Dolphins, right? Didn't he sign to the Dolphins? I
Did he?
thought I saw.
I'll Google right now. I got you.
Yeah,
I just thought of him because it didn't work out with Daniel Jones there, but he was supposed to be so good.
yeah, that was like the big signing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the Dolphins. Yep.
Yeah, I
Oh
thought I
man.
saw that.
What is he doing rapping and playing in Miami? Bro, if you want to come back to football, go to Green Bay or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be
Oh,
in Miami.
he's had 2 years off right now too. I didn't know that. He hasn't played since 23.
That'd be a cool story. Honestly, I like seeing that shit. Like, oh, he came back from nowhere. Like, I know, like some guys leave for bad reasons. I'm not gonna get into that. We'd always get into that in this pod. I'm not gonna get us all started with these freaking people and
Mike's trying
allegations.
to find something right now.
No, yeah, man. So I was like, man, like, you know, I just like seeing guys come back and fucking ball out. You don't see that much. You don't. For me, dude, personally, like, I know I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon of the Titans are gonna be pretty good. I know people are talking about it more and more, and I think that division's so sorry. But I think Ward is gonna like sorry with your rookie of the year, but I think Cam Ward's really gonna show like some real good shit. Like I think it's gonna be exciting. I know he doesn't play the same way, but yes, it's Tennessee, but you know, kind of like that Vince Young aspect, you know, that just that young shit, kind of like we saw with Daniels last year. Like, I just think it's gonna be one of those things with a perfect situation. The Colts are sorry, the Jags are sorry. Um, Houston is like good, but like we know what can happen with teams like Houston. Like you can be really good, but you get those couple injuries, you're right there. I'm not saying
Well,
they're ever gonna go like that far past sub 500, but you never know.
and there's been a little storyline in Houston this camp too that CJ had some kind of shoulder injury, Stroud obviously, and apparently that the interior is worried about way more than they let the outside know about. So that is just something to watch, kind of like the Stafford back thing right now, where it kind of came out of nowhere, but now it seems like it seems like it's. I don't see it nationally, but I see it local because I
Yeah.
was keeping up with the Texans camp because I wanted to see how Chubb was doing, and most of them. But no, but a lot of the talk was that CJ's. I think it was his shoulder, if I'm not mistaken.
How is Chubb
That
doing in Houston?
there was some people that thought if Mixon didn't get hurt, he might not made the team. Like
Yeah,
it was bad.
I saw the same thing. I saw some Texan fans say he looks slow, and it made me really sad. Man, I love Nick.
He's a great too. He's an all-time Brown great. Like, that's a great player. You
Yeah,
know,
can we replace Jim Brown with Nick Chubb?
I
Just
hope so. I
Man,
fucking
fuck Jim
despise
Brown.
Jim Brown. Yeah, he's a fucking douchebag.
Oh, I love it. Let's go.
Rest in
Cleveland.
shit, Jim Brown. Hope you're looking up at me, buddy.
You guys see the conspiracy theory that Matt Stafford's dead? And they have like a
Oh, here we No,
Oh,
I did
man.
not. Please walk me through it though.
bro. I just
Oh,
saw
no.
this on like random ass accounts, and I was like, "There's a conspiracy going around on Reddit that Matt Stafford died years ago, and he's been replaced with a dummy." And like all these people are like showing his earlobe differences and his teeth differences, how bad his teeth were, and how good.
Mark
It's the
Stafford.
funniest thing I've ever seen. So much detail, so much depth, apparently, of just like there's something that's changed. Something happened to Matt Stafford, and then he came back and won the Super Bowl. Like it's just
It's like, people are so funny, bro.
Dude,
It's like
I swear,
they're
bro.
like,
There's
have
a
you
bunch
seen
of
his?
bored motherfuckers, man.
Oh
It's like,
my god.
have you seen his earlobe? It's like, yeah, all the shit that sags when you start getting older, you fucking weirdo. Yeah, his earlobe doesn't look the same. He's 37. Cut him some slack, man.
Oh my god. And you know me. I love a good conspiracy theory more than the next guy. But when you see stuff like that, man, it makes you like, oh man, it shakes my head. That's why people don't believe us, guys. Can't be out here making Matt Stafford, people. Yeah, I'm about to get in my bag. I can't say the ones that I think. Man, let's go. You know what? That's what I'm saying, man. Everyone gives Aaron Rodgers a bad rep. I'm like, man, people would hate me. I'd be pretty damn similar to Aaron Rodgers. I'd be out there ayahuasca as a millionaire. Come on now. Let's get after it. You guys think they'll be good as Browns guys? You guys follow that with the division. Do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be good, or is it going to be kind of laughable by preseason, midseason?
I think Rodgers and Tomlin have the opportunity to see my favorite flame out in NFL history of just Tomlin losing his shit and Rodgers and
Yeah.
What DK added on. And dude, if they would have kept Pickens, that would have been a fucking pipe bomb in that team and that offense. I could see it working. I'm not going to bet on it working. I still don't think they have enough on offense. I like the running backs. Warren signed an extension. I like the Caleb Johnson pick. I do like that, but I still don't like their offensive line. Defense will be Pittsburgh defense, so nothing bad to say there. And then I just the receiving talent, like I don't know what Pittsburgh's direction is, like I never do. Like if is it to win, is it to not have a losing record again with a 30-year-old, what's DK 30 now, and Rodgers is, I mean, any year he's gonna retire. And maybe if he plays well, he stays again. But I'm not high on him. I just think it has the opportunity to explode in their face with a guy like Rodgers, because Rodgers won't put up with that shit either. I don't think he'll care about like, oh, the Pittsburgh way and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I hope, like, at least for me, that he's a good enough dude to understand he stepped into their house.
Yeah.
Like he demands respect enough. Like, I don't know if you guys saw that banter back and forth with Cam Hayward he had, where he was kind of teasing him for being selfish because he signed the contract that he wants changed already. And like some people rub that wrong, but like to me, I thought that was cool because all right, that's just a Steeler thing. Like Steelers are always wild. Like they're talking about Darius Slay getting in fights with that big ass tight end. You probably saw that where he's talking about, they could get guys on there that they don't like. And I just hope he has enough respect. Like it's not his situation. He got asked to join, and I hope he just fucking balls. I don't ask this question often while I'm thinking of random shit off the top of my head. For just some of the preseason stuff leading into the season. We're also smart enough fans where like we kind of assume the Aaron Rodgers thing could go wrong. We assume that the Shadur's shit's gonna be kind of quiet at first until it's not. Like all these things people are talking about. But one thing that people don't talk about enough, which team or teams we did this last year and I love it because it's kind of hard because the teams are kind of even more than they used to be when we were kids. What team is like without a doubt going to be the worst this year? Now, when I say judging this, I want to bring up. You guys remember when we were young how common it was to have like 5 teams that only won like 4 games? Like I feel like you do not see that nearly as much of like you
Mhm.
see the couple, but like there used to be every year on Madden, you knew there was gonna be those like 4 or 5 teams every year, 4 losses, 3 losses, or wins. I mean, which ones do you think are just without a doubt the worst? So I was
I'd
trying to
say the
think about that.
Saints. I'd say the
Saints.
Saints.
Yep.
Because I think even though the Browns quarterback room isn't great, I think their defense is still stronger. I think their
Right.
offensive line is still stronger.
Yeah.
The quarterback room is like I would take it over the Saints. Like
Yeah.
I don't care. I just am willing to say that right now. I mean, Spencer Rattler's starting quarterback for the Saints. So I'd say the Saints, I think, are gonna be like if I was betting the team to be the worst in the NFL would be the Saints this year for me.
Yeah, I'm right
Saints.
there with you, partner. Saints fans are living just a nightmare between the quarterback room and uh like not an aging Kamara, but a Kamara that I think is might not be long for the Saints
Hmm.
with what they got going on. Because I could easily see Alvin Kamara go, listen, guys, this ain't gonna happen. I've done
Well,
enough for you. Send me down the road.
deadline trade maybe this year. That's maybe
Yeah, I
something to
mean,
watch that no one's talked about yet. That could be.
could be. And they would have to press the button on full tank,
Yeah.
but they all signs are pointing to that being the case anyway. Them winning 7 games would be a remarkable gift from God to Saints
Mm.
fans.
Let me
A
see the
lot of
schedule.
shit is going to have to go right for them and wrong for the other teams for them to even sniff 500.
So the Saints schedule, they tied a preseason game. Let's go Saints.
Ooh,
They start with Arizona. That's gonna be one of their better shots. They're gonna be healthy at the beginning of the year. They got Arizona to start. They got San Fran week 2, Seattle 3, Buffalo 4, New York 5. Like it's not that New England will be a chance that they won't beat Chicago. Carolina that'll be a toilet bowl when they play
Yeah.
twice. Carolina and the Saints are probably the
Yeah.
two worst teams. Jets too. They play the Jets, so like that's probably right there with me with the worst 3 teams. Jets, Carolina, and the Saints. Other than that, no. Tampa Bay's gonna run them. Miami's gonna run them. Dude, they might not win a game. That's crazy, man. I love that. They might not win a game. Clark, who do you think's like one of the worst teams, like without a doubt, just what we were saying, or is there someone that you're just like, nah, that quarterback's ass, they're gonna suck? Like I'm kind of worried about New England. I am. I love Vrabel, and I want some hope for Drake May and all that. But there's something about New England that just feels very, we're gonna see this for another 10 years kind of feeling.
Mine is the Dolphins.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
I like
One of
that
their
one too.
coaches
Good
just
call.
got arrested, I saw today, for choking
Really.
some lady at a bar. Yeah.
There he goes again, dude.
I'm just saying, it came up on
Breaking
my
news.
Reddit feed, bro. I
I'm gonna
can't.
put it like a little ticker. You just have to say it out loud. You'll just see him type it in and randomly breaking news. Arrested.
Mike needs a gavel like a judge to knock it on the table.
Oh gosh, no, that's a good call though with them.
I think if, Tua has had trouble staying healthy, Tyreek Hill obviously doesn't want to be there. I know I think I saw something about Achan, or one of them I knew was hurt. Like the running backs have had some injuries already, or for some reason I remember reading something about that. And I don't know. I feel like their coach is losing the team a little bit. And I feel like that's one of the things they lose. If they start off like 1-4, 1-5, I can see a team fucking plummeting fucking down where shit just blows up. That's one of my weird teams. I think that could be really bad this season.
That's
We
good.
didn't talk. We didn't talk about that random trade either with Minka and
Yeah,
Jalen Ramsey that happened
yeah,
a
it was
couple
very
weeks ago.
strange.
Like because I think I would take Minka. I think at this point in Jalen Ramsey's career, like I
Mm-hmm.
think Minka's a better football player. But I'm sorry when you brought that up, I totally forgot that trade happened. We didn't touch on it yet, so I just thought it was worth mentioning. But no, that's a good call on the Dolphins, man. The vibes seem bad right now.
Yeah, they got Baltimore and Buffalo back to back in the middle of the season. They do play of course, the Jets twice. They do play New Orleans, um, New England twice, which could be okay. They play the Colts, so like what's funny though? It's like it's gonna be one of those teams that constantly blends in. You know what I mean? I love NFL teams like that. They blend in. Like, oh, they won 7 games last year. Yeah, did you watch them? You know what I'm saying? Who are they
Yeah.
against? What they
Yeah,
got
yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like anything can kind of happen, dude. Win a couple of games. I think that's why you don't see that as much anymore. Maybe that's a depth issue. I don't know. You don't see. I don't know. You see everyone's kind of more even than they ever used to be. Another team that I was gonna say that's just randomly good, like Dolphins. Like they're not supposed to be bad. I think Seattle's gonna be awful. I think Sam Darnold kind of had blew his load into that whole situation, and yeah, dude, and like I'm a big Sam Darnold guy in a certain way now. Didn't like him at USC, of course. Loved. I wish he would have figured out a way to stay in Minnesota because like they need him more than ever right now.
Mhm.
I mean, people talk about Minnesota being pretty good, but if they have those quarterbacks in Minnesota, they ain't ever going to be good. I don't know where you guys are thinking they're out of nowhere going to be good because they got some good wide receivers. Okay, sure, but who's going to throw to them?
Yeah, that's honestly probably a player we should have mentioned that could blow up this year's Jackson Smith and Jigbo with that DK trade. It
Yeah.
didn't come by my mind till you just said Seattle, but
That's my
especially if you think
fantasy.
they're going to be a bad team,
Yeah.
he'll be getting a lot of those his way. What a quarterback room though. Sam Darnold, Drew Lock, and Milrow. Yeah. What a quarterback
Nothing but
room.
aura.
They're going to have some exciting games out of nowhere with guys getting hurt. Drew Lock, dude. I love that.
Talking about Sam Darnold, the Vikings situation with JJ McCarthy and just how much they're wishing wishing he's the guy, because think about having to explain that to Vikings fans. Like, hey, we had Sam Darnold. We had a great season. The offense was high powered. We're slinging the rock. We took this kid. He blew his knee out. We're gonna stick with the kid that blew his knee out. That was a Michigan quarterback.
Yeah.
So it's just, man, is it a weird situation? Like, if JJ is good, fantastic. Vikings are going to be dope. But if JJ's bad and he struggles, it's going to get really strange with Addison and Jettas.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think in that offense too, it's going to be hard for a quarterback to look bad because I do think that's a super I love that coach. I think I think he'll make it easy for JJ, or not easy, but like he won't let him look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You know
O'Connell
what I
gets
mean?
it. O'Connell was a
Yeah.
quarterback. He knows all about that shit.
In the house, dude. Better late than never. Probably won't be on for a crazy amount of time, but I knew he was coming. That's why I was chit chatting there. We were getting some good banters. I was like, guys, I got a text from a guy that says he's gonna be on here in a second. Coach Keegan Lowe in the house, in the flesh, been out here slinging with I almost said slinging with the children. That's terrible. Out here coaching the kids. Well, I usually say slinging my jokes, dude. You know what I mean?
Keep the
Dude,
kids out of this.
I
All right. Keep the
gotta
kids out
cut that out. I gotta cut that out. I feel like one of those corny ass news people you see that do bloopers. Like, oh, that was funny, Jesse or Jessica. Like, they're just like, oh, Jim, oh, were you hard today? Yeah, like, I'm hard every day. Like, it's just so stupid. I don't even know what I'm yelling about, man. How you living, brother?
Oh, living good, boys. I'll make sure to do my Redskin reminders after this for being late to practice. I'll get those done and knocked out. We hold ourselves to a higher standard here, so I got to be better than that.
Well, dude, I forgot about those.
I know, right? No, but I was at the Smoker. We have the rival week this week for you viewers that don't know. We're playing Oak Harbor this week. Rival game will be at Oak Harbor, but I was at the Oak Harbor golf course chatting it up with their coaching staff, eating some brats and wishing each other best of luck. But yeah, man, I'm super excited. We both know that we have pretty similar teams, so I think this is going to be a close game coming up here. It's going to be a battle, and the battle's going to be won up front, to be honest. So I'm really hoping our boys can win that battle, but Oak Harbor's no freaking joke, as we all know. Their freaking O-line and D-line are big boys, and they're going to come to play. So we'll see where that battle ends up, but they do not have the same skill guys in the past, so they don't want to pass the ball. Their QB's a string bean, so all they want to do is pound the ball, baby. So if we can stop the run and force them to do the things they don't want to do, I think that's where we'll have the advantage.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I'll make sure I block out some of that and don't post this on Facebook.
Yeah, I was
You
about to say
guys
we
out
probably
there.
shouldn't call the 17-year-old a string bean.
I love it though. Hey, let's call.
Fuck
Hope
'em.
the kid hears. Hope the kid hears it. No,
He's good.
Carver's
He
been
knows
on.
he's a string bean. He knows. I was gonna say,
I love it.
there ain't no lying, dude.
Rivalry
That's just
week
lying
in
to him.
PC.
What are we
No,
talking
rivalry week in PC, baby. Now, Carver's been on a tear for those that don't know for a while, actually. Ever since they started changing up their schedule to run away from the big boys. Which Port Clinton guys needs to do. Port Clinton needs to stop acting like we're big city football and step down a little bit. Let's play Vermilion and Margaretta.
Coach Mays was giving us some love, man. I do gotta say, I really admire him. He's done a great job with him and his staff, but he was giving us some love with the PC staff, and he thinks that we're going to be on the rise. He says that he's been watching the film, and he thinks that he just keeps seeing our kids get better and better. So I really appreciated that comment and shout out. But I'm still gonna kick your ass this Friday.
Hey, let's go, baby. Mr. Redskin himself can't say a nice thing about O'Carver.
I
Make sure you
can't.
make sure you never go there to coach. I don't care if they're
I
affluent
know.
money,
Oh
bro.
God,
Can you imagine that? The world would flip on its fucking rear
you'd have
end,
to
dude.
sweet talk me right. You'd have to sweet talk me. Poor Phil would have to stub my
Well, since
toe.
I got you, since Trevor, we were just talking about our NFL games, looking up like different games, different guys that we think will be good, bad, different rooms they have. Lions guy, Packers. How we feeling with that, real quick? Now that we have you, big fucking. Cause I'm not gonna talk to you about no Montana State, Oregon bullshit. I was kind of
Shit.
pissed at you because I was kind of pissed at you. Like I was like, this ain't fair. Like
I knew you were. I knew.
Like-
Once I saw the scores unraveled, I'm like, dude, if Notre Dame loses to Miami, Jack's gonna come for my neck.
Dude, like I was like,
which made me want to be on the pod even more.
I was like, bro, I could. As I saw, like, oh, yo, Oregon, Montana State, great day. I'm like, yeah, eat dick. This is awful. Like, and then like we weren't the only ones. Like, I would have been more mad if we were the only ones in the top 10 because that's happened before.
Yeah.
Like, Ohio State had to do with Texas. Texas had to lose. Clemson had to lose against LSU. So it's we all get to stay there. But it's just funny seeing like some of the teams other people had to play. I'm like, how is that even possible this week, bro? Like, it's not even fair. Like, I say, you know what? If you made it to college football playoff the year before, you got to play someone from it the next fucking year, week 1, dude. Let's start getting like NFL creative with the fucking schedules. But speaking of that, potential playoff game, Lions Packers, dude. Week 1 divisional matchup with a division where the games are gonna matter so fucking much. Like each win and loss is gonna matter. I think the Lions shape up, dude. You know what? I've been watching a lot of shit on Coach Campbell, and I think losing the coordinators and stuff is gonna be an adjustment. But I think it's gonna be just fine. I do.
Me too, man. I don't know if I got something wrong with me, but I feel completely fine. I really do. I feel positive going into this game. Like, I think that we know from last year that we fucked up and that we were supposed to be in the Super Bowl. Like, I feel like this year, there's no doubt in my mind that we should be in the Super Bowl. Like, it just is what it is. We're that too good of a team now, and we got to freaking have that standard hold now. So, I feel great going against the Packers. I know there's the whole Micah Parsons thing and everything like that. He hasn't had training camp. Like, this is his first week of actually getting into the training camp and stuff like that, which, don't get me wrong, he'll probably be game day ready still and everything like that. But he's still got to get worked into the system. We've played him before. It really doesn't faze me. We got freaking one of the best O-lines. I am curious to see how these rookies do in the league, especially Ratledge and all that. But I feel confident, man. I mean, I just think we're too strong. We have too many weapons. We're too good of a team. I'm not phased until you give me a reason.
Well, I'll give you a reason. I got one for you. God, I'm looking at your schedule right now. Here's the first 11 games. Here's the first 11 games for all of you. This is worth it. Green Bay week 1, Chicago week 2. So you're already 2 divisional games in. You got Baltimore week 3, Cleveland week 4.
Wait, those are both at because I know this one's going to be at the Packers at Green Bay. That one's also at Chicago.
No, you're home. You're home.
Home.
Yep.
Damn.
And then you're at Baltimore.
I like knocking those out. I like that we're kind of knocking out the Lambeau.
So it's going to keep going because then you got Cleveland, Cincy, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Washington, Philly, New York, Green Bay, Dallas, Los Angeles, Raiders or Rams, not Raiders, and then you got Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Chicago. Bro, like the first 11 games, you're gonna have first 13 games. You're gonna have some fucking tight ones.
Tight ones.
Holy shit!
You gotta do though.
Why are you guys playing Kansas City and Baltimore as an NFC team? And Pittsburgh. You guys are all over the place, dude. That doesn't make sense. I mean, you play the AFC North.
Dude. Oh, yeah, I was just about to say the AFC North schedule for them this year, and then
Kansas City was just sprinkled on there for everybody.
The second strongest strength of schedule, by the way.
Yep.
This year is the Lions. The Giants have the Giants are 1 and the Lions are 2.
Damn, Giants ain't winning shit. When's I always forget when the fuck is Thanksgiving.
Now I will say this because I did make the comment before. The NFC North is definitely going to be a tougher division. I don't know if we'll necessarily win it, but I definitely think that we will get into the playoffs.
Yep.
Do you know how fun that Ben Johnson first game back against the Lions is going to be? Like back in, dude, that I'm so excited to watch those 2 games this year because Ben Johnson's going to have something that they did that he's going to cue on, that he
Yeah.
remembers that they were strong on, and that I'm excited. That division's crazy, especially now you throw Micah in the conversation, man, for the Packers. Like,
What,
dude, that's what a
what
crazy
I'm
division.
super curious about with the Lions in particularly, I know our offense is going to be good. I keep hearing all these rumors in training camp about how our defense is better than our offense right now. And then our defense is like killing it good. Like I'm really curious against like the Packers, like if we're really legit. Like, is it just hype and bullshit? Like, or is it like really that we're getting that much better on defense? Because God,
Yeah.
that would be freaking scary. That makes me think Super Bowl caliber if we fucking got our defense on par like that.
Well, hopefully you get your offense on par and it's not the opposite. Because if you're without the Lions don't have a solid offense, that team is not going to be able to do too much with that
100%.
defense they had last year.
That offense ain't going nowhere.
No, I mean I think he'll be just fine, and you should win it. I honestly think, sadly, you guys are going to kill each other from the inside out, kind of similar to the AFC North. Like, I think it's just you're going to kind of beat each other up. You're going to have a lot of losses. It's going to be hard to get a number, even the top seed. It's going to be hard to get a number 1 seed out of that because to get home field advantage all the way through. Because that means you got to beat out someone that also has a tough one. Kansas City will have the same thing, so it's kind of fair. Everyone's got a fair grow at it. Honestly, after looking at everyone's schedule today, a little more confident as a Niners fan today, baby. I am. We got some wins, baby. We got some wins coming, and we don't lose again. As long as we don't, we had we almost like tied the record for the most losses with a 20-point lead in any point of the game. That's electric. I'm good with
How are
it.
you guys looking health wise, Niners?
Well, not bad, not great. McCaffrey's still walking around with foam around him,
Got it.
and we did get Robinson on purpose, so that's a fantastic situation. I am, knock on wood, Fred Warner's turned into an Iron Man, but that only lasts so long, and now it scares me. It's
Especially
like
at that position.
you're rolling the dice, you're playing the lottery ticket. It's like it's. We always say it on here. I believe in history repeating itself in the NFL, and there's certain things about the Niners that just causes it to be kind of a shit show. But I also was pointing out facts of like we've always bounced back. I was telling the boys earlier, Keegan, man, in 2018 we went 4-12. The next year we went 13-3 and went to the Super Bowl. Like, this is Shanahan turns this shit around, flips it. The only problem I have too though is like let's just not get in the Mac Jones situation, please. Like, it's fun. Everyone's talking about they got a couple quarterbacks like with the Browns and stuff. Like, I'm feeling it with Keegan. I'm like, no one else but the star quarterback, please.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Not even close. Like, who's your backup, Keegan?
Allen. Freaking
Oh yeah,
Allen.
over at Buffalo last year.
That's random, brother.
Who's the
Yeah.
third string now, Keegan? Actually, I'm
They
sorry.
don't have one.
I know you guys. Oh, because you guys cut Hendon Hooker, right? You got cut.
Yeah, we cut Hendon Hooker. Yeah, we only got 2 right now.
Okay.
Let me
I didn't
see.
think that we picked anybody
Look at the
up.
practice squad guy because that will be the emergency quarterback on game days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it up right now. I'm just curious because this 2 deeps is not deep enough for quarterback anymore.
I know. I am curious as well. I was gonna say that's all I've heard about is freaking him, because him and Hooker were the ones trying to compete out for that spot.
Who's that? That's a cool name. Isaac Tesla.
Oh, dude. Don't get me started.
Dog.
I have high hopes for Isaac Tesla.
He's gonna be a fucking animal.
Dude, he
for
looks
them.
awesome, bro. His hair and everything.
Yeah,
He's sick.
yeah, he's gonna be really good. I think he's gonna be. Just for some reason, I would like to see the odds of him winning Rookie of the Year. It's probably crazy, but with him, the other 2 receivers getting so much like coverage and shit, like he's gonna get open a lot underneath. They'd run him out of the slot and have him just run some short crossers and shit. He will be fucking open.
Dude, his preseason was 10 catches, 146 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Keegan,
Yeah,
is he a returner for the Lions too?
Who's
He
this?
can be a returner. Tesla.
What do you mean returning?
Like-
like returning, like
Yeah.
kicks and shit?
Yeah, like the kick.
Jeez, this is pretty shit.
Gee, I know that's why I was so confused. I'm like, what are you talking about? We just drafted him. But no,
I love it.
God.
they had to catch up there. But freaking No, he's not doing that. We
Arkansas.
got too many
Okay.
other guys that are returning. I think that one guy from Utah that we picked up a year or two ago is returning.
Yeah, right now they're listed as Khalif Raymond and Khalees Dorsey as the 2 returners.
You have Dominic Lovett as well on the team. You have some random dudes, bro. Like on this
Marcus
roster.
Davenport's on the lines. I did not know that.
I saw like this clip of really
Apparently,
how
Davenport's
fast
been doing really good. He's been killing it in camp.
balling,
To
dude.
the hutch.
Amon Ra is gonna ball out again, dude. I love that kid. People don't talk about him enough. Everyone talks about like, oh, there's not enough tough people. I'm like, Amon Ra St. Brown is actually a tough dude. Like that dude will mess you up.
That YouTube video of him and his brother working out with their dad, dude.
They ain't right, bro. Like they're crazy. And like didn't he go through some? Did he? I thought he went through something sad recently. I can't remember, but his brother played for Notre Dame, which is why I've known about them for a little while. Where did he play at?
He's at the Niners now, if I'm not
Let's
mistaken.
see. I think he's
he's on the
done.
Niners.
I think he just
Oh,
retired.
is it? Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah.
He just retired. Amon-Ra St. Brown was born in '99. That's more relatable. Dude, when I looked up the Isaac Tesla kid, he was born in 2002.
Yeah, man. He was a D2 kid too for 3 years, played at Hillsdale.
Oh, no
Yeah,
shit.
we had a
With
buddy that
us?
went
Yeah.
played with him. He's Joey Brenner, baby.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. Oh my god. Sorry, I mean Lions roster. I just started looking at the names. I'm like, who the hell is on this team? Sometimes I love it. Like you guys got some fucking names, dude. I love that shit. How do you think they're gonna do though, Keegan? Overall, like in the standpoint of, I just asked the boys earlier, what is it gonna take for them to win? Before we cut off the Lions talk, what do you think? What has to happen for this not to be a Super Bowl contending team? When you are a Super Bowl contending team, week 1 going into the year, you are. What are some of the things that you have to make sure to avoid to lose that as you make it to week 17? Other than health, of golf, like of course, like the basics. Like, is there something that you're worried about specifically?
Health, of course, is going to be our main one. That is just like an issue that you got to account for since we had to deal with that last year. So you do got to try and maintain the health and try to keep guys healthy. Like if we're like killing guys in games, you need to pull dudes a little sooner and that shit.
Yeah, no running up the score. Yeah. That was bad last year.
I was going to say, there's no need to run up the score. Just get the dub and get other guys in and try to keep your main guys healthy. But my main focus would be is third down scenarios. Golf cannot, like, we got to find ways to try to not have too much pressure on golf, because when there is pressure on golf, he does crumble. If defense finds ways to get pressure and make him uncomfortable and he can't make those decisions and stuff, then that's going to really hurt us a lot. So we got to make sure that we have blocking schemes, have an extra tight end, have a running back. We got 2 great running backs that pass that, and especially David Montgomery, great pass blocker. We got to find ways to have those guys help out, block, and keep golf off and not getting pressured. Defensively, I really hope this year, and I'm really curious with our new coordinator, I hope that we get away maybe from some of the man stuff, and I kind of hope maybe we could get back a little bit more in like zone coverage and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm cool with man here and there if we got to send some pressures and all that stuff. I mean, definitely, like, it's going to be scenario, but I really like us to be able to sit in zones and play over top. I felt we did man a little bit too much last year, to where I feel like if we do the same thing again this year, teams are already game planning for that shit. So just got to be a little bit more wiser with that defensively. But yeah, man, just we control our own destiny. If we shoot ourselves in the foot and don't get the job done, that's on us. Like, we have every reason to be a great team and to be a Super Bowl team. So pressure's on us, pressure's on our shoulders to get the job done. We can handle it.
You guys got good odds. I mean, not the best, like, which I like more. I like the edge you guys got. Like, the plus 1,000. You still got 3 or 4 teams people are thinking are better.
I love people are doubting us, dude. Fucking get us fired up, dude. Get a fucking team full of football guys fired up, please. That's what we need. We need that shit.
Fucking love Dan Campbell, dude.
Yeah.
I just can't get enough of him. I can't. I think he's the fucking best. Go Lions. They're going to be fucking good. Your division's tough. But I think you're allowed to lose a couple games this year, which last year you really couldn't. But it all depends on how the race goes. You guys wanted to get the first seed, you couldn't lose any games. Like that's just the way the playoffs go. I think we're all on board though. I always think it's funny. Everyone has like, oh, if we don't do this, I'm pissed. I know we all can agree. We all just want our teams to at least compete for a wild card. Everything else is fucking cheese and peanuts at that point, dude. It really is. It's just fucking pluses. As we wrap up the NFL stuff, kind of got loosey goosey again. There'll be way more structure as we keep pushing forward, people. There will be. And, I was a little high today, too. Sorry, Grandma. But having a fucking blast vibing out, you know what I'm saying? You guys got anything else with NFL talk of any kind before this? I'm actually very excited to be done with preseason of any kind. Done with hypotheticals of any kind. It's just the goddamn game. Now it's just the goddamn games. I'm tired of, this guy might be doing this. You know what? Oh, Travis Hunter gets a pick six and a touchdown the first freaking play, and everyone freaks the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just hope everything just gets crazy, and I hope no one gets hurt, and I hope that we end the NFL season with the best players on the field. I'm tired of seeing all this shit where everyone gets hurt. I still don't believe they should have more games of the season. I can't stand it. I know it's more money and people want more football. I think it's stupid. To me, fucking even back it down a little bit. Let's make sure everyone's in the playoffs. Everyone's healthy. Everyone gets a fair shot. And go Niners until future notice.
I think my favorite run of you guys will. The more I'm on the pod, you guys realize how much of a contract nerd I am. Like I really keep up with that stuff because I just like to. I think one of my favorite things I saw recently was that Micah Parsons' guaranteed money was only like $2 or $4 million less than Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys for originally. Is that crazy?
That's wild. Yeah, that's actually fucking crazy.
Show you the difference in the money over that amount of years. But I think that's all I have, man. Dude, we're so back. We're so fucking back. College is back. NFL is back. So when there's a shitty college week, there won't be a shitty NFL week. There's shitty NFL week. There's never shitty NFL weeks, really.
No.
But there'll be great college weeks. It's just I'm ready to not have enough time to take it all in. That's what I'm ready for.
Oh, bro, you already know. I already kissed up to my lady. I said YouTube TV. You can watch your shows too.
Oh yeah, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Next thing we know, we locked in. I can't wait to hear Red Zone on Sunday. I'm more excited for that type of stuff than I am for anything else. Red Zone on Sunday, that's better than college football fucking game day, in my opinion. There's something about it. I love college football game day, don't get me wrong, but I'm usually planning my drunkenness by then, and I kind of miss some of it. I just usually see it in the back of the bar half the time, barely watching, to be honest with you. But Red Zone, I'm in my house. I got some chili cooking in the crock pot. I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a vibe there, baby. Oh, sorry, I got excited there. TJ, this is the longest I haven't heard you, dude. Maybe it's a Geneva thing. You guys lock in when you lock in, and then when you lock out. Oh, Clark's looking up.
No, man. I'm just riding the wave, fellas.
Yeah,
I went hard in the beginning. I was interested to hear Keegan's takes on the Lions. I'm happy he popped in. Ultimately, like, we didn't really go over it in depth, but like the Micah Parsons trade is gigantic. And I think if you're a Cowboys fan, it puts you in a really, really rough spot where for a long time the sentiment has been like, oh, Jerry's ego gets in the way of the Cowboys being a successful team. The Micah Parsons trade to me is evidence that is true and that reinforces what the fans may have thought about Jerry. I don't see any way where not paying Parsons makes any sense. I think if you have a guy that wants to be there in-house and a top edge rusher in the league, you pay the guy 100 times out of 100. And for Jerry to get in the press conferences and say, well, those 2 first-round picks could be Pro Bowl type talent. It's like, man, you are you're coping, and 2, don't sit in front of me and insult my intelligence. It's like how I felt when Stefanski was playing Watson and shit was going bad, and he's like, well, Deshaun puts us in the best situation to win. Don't fucking stand there and insult my intelligence as a fan and tell me some shit that's not true. You're blowing smoke directly up my ass. So if you're Jerry Jones, okay, well, those first round picks, no doubt, you could draft, a Hall of Fame type player. You had one though. You already did the legwork. You already had one. And the guy wants to be there. He's been a Cowboys fan since he was a kid. So I just feel for the Cowboys fans, man, and that whole situation. Kenny Clark is a great player. You got 2 first-round picks. I get it, but it's not it's not Micah Parsons.
Hey, maybe Jerry didn't. He's gonna tell you if you told him that he's gonna look you dead in your face and say it worked with Herschel Walker.
Yeah, and I'll spit in Jerry's 90-year-old eye. Tell him take a fucking hike, you fucking geezer.
If I want to see like a shitty like rendered video on like a flip phone of you and fucking Jerry Jones cursing each other.
Yeah, with his droopy bloodhound eyes, you geezer, get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about, man? You haven't been relevant in my entire lifetime. And honestly, like my real feelings about it are like, I don't know what happened behind closed doors. Like this could be an entire can of worms that nobody even remotely understands. But I can only go off of what I know. And what I know is that everything is suggesting that Jerry was never going to let a player win. That Jerry's the owner in the NFL that above all else can't let his ego go, and he'll never let a player get the final say and get a win over him.
Well, I hope they win right after he dies.
Yeah.
Well, the
I don't
God's
want him
honest
to die.
truth.
I just want him to win it.
The God's honest truth, if you're a Cowboys fan, similar to how the Bears probably feel about McCaskey, like they either have to sell the team or they're going to pass away from old age, and then that's when it starts. Like as long as these people are in charge and there's no sign of them going away, unless something drastic happens, they're sitting in shit, man. Like they don't know what the direction of the team is. And there's no clear vision.
I hope when Jimmy Haslam completes the stadium, he's the first plane into the airport, and because the stadium's too high, he fucking crashes into it. It just fucking burns the whole thing down. That's what I hope happens to the Browns fucking team, dude. Because that's the only time we're ever a fucking shot. Same fucking thing, dude. 86 feet too high. Fucking Jimmy Haslam's fucking wings gonna clip the top of the dome. That'll be it.
If you go to any local dive bar in Ohio, you're gonna find a character that says something like that. Only chance we got in hell. God damn it.
Dude, as far as the Brown Stadium goes, just real quick, what are they, 52 feet too high or 56 feet too high?
That means you're way off.
Stadiums are 200 feet tall. That's a quarter of the height. We didn't think about this at all. Going I would understand.
He wanted the cheap land, dude. That's why he wanted it.
Well, I get oh, hey, I've worked on job sites. Mike's worked on job sites. Couple inches, fuck it, dig the trench out a little farther or move the post over.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like move the post over, But 56 fucking feet too high? Brother, the tallest stadium in the NFL is like 210 feet tall or some shit. That's a quarter of the height.
I could not imagine. And I'm trying not to say it because, okay, for those of you watching and listening, I laugh at crazy stuff. I don't mean to. And I don't want anybody to get hurt. So if no one gets hurt, but I'm watching a game and nobody gets hurt, and a fucking plane hits the goddamn stadium in the middle of the game.
There's no way 300 people don't die at least.
Yeah, it's going to be me, too. That'll be the first game I go to the dome, and the plane's going to fucking hit me.
I just want to clip it, too. Not even full on. Like, he tries to avoid it.
I want mass chaos, dude. I want the whole dome to cave in.
Just scrape the bottom. Just scrape the bottom real hard on the top.
I think the pod has to go to the first game in the new stadium, so we're on ground zero.
Oh shit! I'm wearing a bag on my head.
Watch outside, dude. We get a video of it.
I hope the whole fucking thing goes up in flames, dog. That'd be the best Browns game I've ever watched. That bitch blows up on live television. More entertainment than I've had since 2000 fucking whenever.
Oh man,
Otto Graham was taking snaps in the 50s.
Oh, that shit would be fucking crazy. And Haslam does the ribbon ceremony.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be nuts, dude. Like, he's trying to land. Like, that'd be crazy.
Oh,
I was going to say something actually, like, legit, just to base off TJ real fast. Keegan lived through that his whole life. When you have bad ownership, kind of brought that up in the last spot. When you have bad ownership, bro, you got to wait for them to die or give up. and you don't want them to, of course. We're good people here. That sounded believable. Yeah, but like sometimes like you can't like say that though because like it also like makes you think like I'm sorry, I just wanted to bring this up. Like, you know how like they say like big politicians and important people get like crazy people come at them all the time. They get like death threats and so forth. There's got to be some crazy fans that come after Jimmy Haslam, bro.
Good.
Like, hey, the Browns need to get them. Like, he's like, wow, man. Like, there's probably people I know where you live. Go Browns. Like that.
Take your shitty gas station somewhere else. Get the fuck out of Ohio, dude. I
Yeah,
hate that
you
motherfucker.
truck stop billionaire.
Yeah, fuck
You're-
you.
Yeah,
You're
there's
fucking
two
shitty.
loser.
guys that are sending them the letters right there.
No, we just found them.
Your
Fucking-
fucking roller hot dogs and your
Oh
fucking
my
trucker trinkets. Take a
Fuck
fucking
him.
hike.
Yeah,
fuck.
absolutely, dude.
I loved it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so like, it's
I
like
can't
fucking-
stand that motherfucker, dog. I can't stand him.
Oh man, I couldn't be me, baby. Hey, when I was talking about the Niners, when they went, 2-14, we had the worst ownership, bro. But it took the fans to get his ass out of there. He's like, oh, this ain't. That's the worst. You guys better be lucky if he just says, "Fuck it, I tried, it didn't happen." Gone. We had a guy be like, "Oh, you know what? It's not me, it's you. I don't want to own this team anymore. You guys suck." I'm like, no, you ruined everything. You fired Harbaugh and then you leave. You didn't have to fire him. He could have just left. He could have just bounced. He would stay. Could have won a title. No, you go, you know what? We just only won 2 games. It's not worth the investment. Then leave. Please leave. That's all we're asking you to do. And they're like, fine, I'll go. That's pretty much how the press conference goes when he left. Fine, I'll leave, I guess. Like, thanks, but that's the worst. Imagine if Jimmy Haslam put like a letter. He sent, they do like athletes do like letter to Cleveland, like after they retire or like leave or something. His is just dogging them. I've never smelled a city so bad in my life.
You guys made this so much harder than it had to be.
I gave you Johnny Manziel and you spat
It's
at
like, oh,
me.
we're the problem.
That's the funny part. We're all out here bitching, people bitching. Everyone's like, oh man, he's ruining the Browns. He's over here like, oh yeah, one of my businesses. That's not one of his teams. That's one of my businesses, brother. It's not the same level here, dude. I always think of like, not Happy Gilmore, Mr. Adam Sandler, right?
Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds, dude. Yeah, bro. Like that quarterback comes in. He goes, I threw 3,000 yards last year. You better give me my money. He fucking slaps him around. His dad grabs him. Like, dude, let us own that shit, bro. Let's talk to your parents. Wouldn't that be funny? Grown ass man comes in, like, hey, I need more money. But like, you know what? I'm gonna call your dad. How about that? I think these little 20-year-olds coming in. That'd be even better. Like, sir, I need 20 extra mil. I'm like, no, what you need is a lesson, young man. Like, that's what they're doing. Could you imagine Jerry Jones telling you that? That's the type of shit that happened. Like, you were talking about the shit that happened. That's the reason why no one's talking about it. They're like, you know what? It's going to hurt me. We don't want to sue each other for the things we're going to say. We don't want defamation cases going on. You suck. I suck. So he probably sat there. He goes, Jimmy, man, I need some more money. He goes, pardon?
My money.
Wait. You want me to give you some money? But that money's mine. Like, dude, how do you not, as a giant ass human being, throw that old man through a glass case?
Right.
Like, how's there not been one, I'll say SEC D tackle out there that hasn't grabbed Jerry Jones by the neck and it's like, you fucking listen here, old man.
Oh man.
Sorry, that's why that shit just makes me laugh. It always makes me think of Ballers with The Rock, Like I like to think of it like shit's popping off, dude. Like and no one knows about it.
What
And
a
it-
show.
Yeah,
What a
right?
callback.
Oh man, I swear. Oh, that was electric. That was a happy way to end it. I finally got my energy after 2.5 hours there. Oh shit. You can blame Mary for that. She had me in a headlock earlier, guys. God, I need not stop doing that. Well, here we are. Season's here. Like Eric said, we're here, boys. Keegan got to join on. Keegan has a big game this weekend. Old Carver, let's go.
Good luck, Keegs. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Let's
you,
get
little boys,
fucking
for us.
after it. I'm excited to finally sit my ass down for a weekend of football this weekend. I don't have anything planned. I don't have to run around. Eric probably feels the same
Coming to your
way.
place. I'm coming to your place on Saturday.
Hey, you know the spot. If you want to relax, you know the spot. Oh, look at Clark out here. This is what he's excited for. Miles Garrett back. They see that's what. Stop doing that, dude. I love him to death for that. No, I'm only yelling at you because I didn't see your face. You got me showing your deer. You know what? Next, put your face in it and see its mouth move. Oh man. Well, I appreciate much love, hugs, and don't do drugs on this podcast. This is from the deep.